All right, team, let's gather around. Today we're continuing our work on the modified rabies virus. Remember, safety is our top priority. Follow the protocols we've established.
What if something goes wrong, Dr. Chen? I mean, the virus is modified. Are we sure it's safe?
We've run extensive tests, Sarah. This is a controlled environment. We need to focus on our research and not let fear distract us.
Right, because nothing ever goes wrong in a lab, right? Just keep your goggles on, everyone.
Let's stay focused. We've made significant progress. Just remember to report any unusual symptoms immediately.
I can't believe I'm part of this team. This is going to be amazing.
Oh no, what just happened?
Stay calm. Everyone, back away from the spill. Tomas, get the emergency protocol manual.
It's just a small spill. We'll contain it. No need for alarm.
A small spill? That's a modified virus, Mark. We need to act fast.
I'll initiate the decontamination process. Everyone, put on your masks and gloves.
I need to check in with everyone. Has anyone been feeling off since the spill?
I've had trouble sleeping and I feel different. Is that normal?
It's just stress. We're all feeling it after the incident. Focus on your work.
No, this isn't just stress. We need to take this seriously. I've noticed some aggression in the lab lately.
Let's monitor our symptoms closely. If anyone feels unwell, speak up.
I feel great. I'm ready to dive into the next phase of the experiment.
Today's the day we gather our data. Let's proceed carefully and remember our protocols.
Get away from me. I can't control it.
What's happening?
We need to restrain him. He's dangerous.
Call for help. We need to contain the situation now.
Everyone, lock down the lab. We can't let this spread.
Attention, residents of Vancouver. This is an emergency alert from the Government of Canada. We are issuing this alert to inform you of an ongoing public health crisis in the city. Hospitals are experiencing a significant influx of patients exhibiting unknown symptoms. At this time, there are no known causes for these symptoms, which include severe agitation, confusion, and aggressive behavior. Medical professionals are working diligently to assess and treat affected individuals. We urge all residents to remain indoors and avoid contact with anyone displaying unusual behavior. If you or someone you know begins to exhibit these symptoms, seek medical attention immediately. Please do not attempt to confront or engage with individuals showing aggressive behavior. Your safety is our top priority. Stay tuned to local news channels and the emergency alert system for updates as we learn more about this situation. Follow all instructions from local authorities. This concludes the emergency alert. Stay safe, Vancouver.
Good evening. I'm John Ferrio with Global News. Breaking news. A mysterious virus is spreading in Vancouver, British Columbia, with hospitals reporting a surge in patients exhibiting alarming symptoms. As of August 1, 2025, Local health authorities have confirmed that hospitals are filling up with individuals showing signs of severe agitation, confusion, and aggressive behavior. The cause of these symptoms remains unknown. Health officials are urging residents to stay indoors and avoid contact with anyone displaying unusual behavior. Emergency services are on high alert as they respond to increasing calls related to the outbreak. Dr. Emily Chen, a leading researcher at the Vancouver Health Institute, stated, "We are working tirelessly to understand this virus and its transmission. Public safety is our utmost priority." Authorities have implemented emergency protocols, and residents are advised to monitor local news for ongoing updates. The situation is evolving rapidly, and more information will be provided as it becomes available. Stay tuned to Global News for the latest updates on this developing story.
Attention, residents of Vancouver. This is an emergency alert from the Government of Canada. We are issuing this alert to inform you of a severe public health crisis in the city. Hospitals are now at maximum capacity due to an overwhelming number of patients exhibiting severe symptoms. Symptoms include extreme agitation, confusion, hallucinations, and aggressive behavior. The situation has escalated rapidly, and medical professionals are struggling to keep up with the demand for care. A shelter-in-place order has been issued for all residents. Please remain indoors and do not attempt to travel unless absolutely necessary. If you or someone you know begins to exhibit these severe symptoms, do not attempt to go to a hospital. Instead, contact local health services for guidance. Do not engage with individuals displaying aggressive behavior. Your safety is our top priority. Stay tuned to local news channels and the emergency alert system for updates as we learn more about this dire situation. Follow all instructions from local authorities. This concludes the emergency alert. Stay safe, Vancouver. Attention, citizens of Canada. This is a national emergency alert from the Government of Canada. We are issuing this alert to inform you of a severe public health crisis caused by the Z25 virus, which has been confirmed to cause zombie-like behavior in affected individuals. The Z25 virus has spread rapidly across all provinces and territories, leading to widespread panic and chaos. Symptoms include extreme aggression, loss of cognitive function, and an insatiable hunger for human flesh. A nationwide shelter-in-place order is now in effect. All residents are advised to remain indoors, secure all doors and windows, and avoid contact with anyone exhibiting unusual or aggressive behavior. If you encounter individuals displaying symptoms of the Z25 virus, do not engage. Seek immediate shelter and contact local authorities for assistance. Emergency services are overwhelmed, and resources are scarce. Your safety is our utmost priority. Stay tuned to local news channels and the emergency alert system for ongoing updates. Follow all instructions from local authorities. This concludes the emergency alert. Stay safe, Canada. This is a national emergency alert from the Office of the President of the United States. Good afternoon, my fellow Americans. This is President Donald Trump. Today, I come to you with grave news regarding a severe public health crisis. The Z25 virus, which has been confirmed to cause zombie-like behavior, has spread to a majority of states across our great nation. We are facing an unprecedented challenge. Symptoms of the Z25 virus include extreme aggression, loss of cognitive function, and an uncontrollable urge to attack. As a result, I am declaring a national emergency. A nationwide shelter-in-place order is now in effect. I urge all Americans to remain indoors, secure your homes, and avoid contact with anyone displaying unusual or aggressive behavior. Emergency services are overwhelmed, and resources are limited. It is crucial that we work together to keep our communities safe. If you encounter individuals exhibiting symptoms of the Z25 virus, do not engage. Seek immediate shelter and contact local authorities. We are coordinating with state and local officials to respond to this crisis effectively. Your safety is our top priority, and we will get through this together. Stay tuned to the emergency alert system and local news for ongoing updates. Follow all instructions from authorities. Thank you, and may God bless America.
We interrupt this program for an important update on the Z25 virus outbreak. As reported earlier, the Z25 virus has spread rapidly across the globe, causing severe symptoms that include aggressive behavior and loss of cognitive function. Authorities are urging the public to remain vigilant and report any suspicious behavior. In the UK, the situation is developing, and health officials are working tirelessly to contain the outbreak. Hospitals are preparing for an influx of patients as the virus continues to spread. However, we have just received an emergency alert from the UK government.
Time of issue: August 3rd, 2025, 4:00 p.m. BST. This is an emergency alert from the government of the United Kingdom. The Z25 virus has now reached critical levels across the UK. A nationwide shelter-in-place order is being issued immediately. All citizens are advised to remain indoors. Secure all entry points. And avoid contact with anyone exhibiting aggressive behavior. If you encounter individuals showing symptoms of the Z25 virus, do not engage. Call local authorities for assistance. Stay tuned to the emergency alert system and local news outlets for further updates. Your safety is our top priority. This concludes the emergency alert. Stay safe. UK. This is an emergency alert from the United Nations regarding the global outbreak of the Z25 virus. The Z25 virus has now spread across the entire globe, affecting millions and leading to severe public health crises in multiple countries. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, is actively working on developing a cure, but progress has been slow due to the aggressive nature of the virus. Military forces around the world are engaged in efforts to contain the outbreak, but unfortunately, they are facing significant challenges and are currently failing to control the situation. We urge all nations to implement immediate measures to protect their citizens. A global shelter-in-place order is recommended. Citizens are advised to remain indoors, avoid contact with anyone displaying aggressive or unusual behavior, and report any suspected cases to local authorities. International cooperation is essential. We must share information, resources, and strategies to combat this crisis effectively. Stay tuned to the emergency alert system and official UN channels for ongoing updates. Your safety and well-being are our top priority. This concludes the emergency alert. Stay safe, and let us work together to overcome this challenge.
Have you seen the latest reports on the Z25 virus? It feels like we're sitting on a ticking time bomb.
I know, right? The public deserves to know how serious this is. We can't keep this under wraps any longer.
Exactly. The origins of the virus are still unclear, and the theories about it being released intentionally are alarming. If people knew the truth, they might take this more seriously.
And what about the progress on the cure? We're making strides, but there's still so much uncertainty. The timeline keeps shifting, and the challenges are piling up.
Right. They're saying we could have something viable in 12 to 18 months, but with the virus mutating, who knows? We need to be transparent about these risks.
But leaking this information could have serious consequences. What if it leads to panic? Or worse, what if it undermines public trust in the CDC?
True, but isn't it our responsibility to inform the public? They have a right to know what we're dealing with. Hiding it only makes things worse in the long run.
I get that, but we have to consider the ethical implications.
Maybe, but if we don't act, how many more lives are at stake? We could rally public support for faster research and funding. It's a risk, but it might be worth it.
Let's think this through. If we decide to leak information, we need to have a plan. We should ensure that the public receives accurate and clear information to avoid misinformation.
Agreed. We need to be strategic about this. The people need to know the truth about the Z25 virus and the ongoing efforts for a cure.
Let's gather more information and consider our options carefully. Whatever we decide, it has to be for the greater good.
Right. We owe it to the public to act responsibly, but we can't ignore the urgency of the situation.
This is an emergency message from the United Nations Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Please pay attention to this important update regarding the Z25 virus. This is an emergency alert. The CDC has reported significant progress towards developing a potential cure for the Z25 virus. However, leaked information has caused widespread panic and confusion. The military has successfully contained approximately 40% of the outbreak. Despite these efforts, the threat of being overwhelmed remains high without a viable cure. In light of the escalating situation, safe zones are being established in Japan, where the virus has not yet reached. These zones will serve as refuges for individuals fleeing affected areas. Ships are being deployed to transport survivors to Japan. If you are in an affected area, please gather at designated ports for safe evacuation. We urge all citizens to remain calm and stay informed through official channels. Avoid spreading misinformation, as it can lead to unnecessary panic and hinder response efforts. The United Nations is coordinating with international health organizations and military forces to ensure the safety of all individuals impacted by this crisis. We will continue to provide updates as new information becomes available. Please remain vigilant, support one another, and follow all safety protocols. Together, we will face this unprecedented challenge. This concludes the emergency alert. Stay tuned for further updates. This is a final emergency message from the United Nations. Please pay attention to this important update regarding the Z25 virus. This is an emergency alert. We are pleased to announce that a cure for the Z25 virus has been successfully developed and is now being dispensed to the global population. The military has contained 98% of the outbreak, ensuring the safety of communities worldwide. Humanity has shown incredible resilience in the face of this unprecedented challenge. The United Nations expresses its deepest gratitude to healthcare workers, scientists, and military personnel who have worked tirelessly to bring us to this moment. Your dedication has saved countless lives. As we move forward, we encourage everyone to continue following health guidelines and support one another in rebuilding our communities. Together, we will emerge stronger. The United Nations will continue to monitor the situation and provide updates as necessary. We stand united in our commitment to global health and safety. Thank you for your attention and cooperation during this crisis. This concludes the emergency alert. Humanity lives on, and together we will thrive.